Guys, all the cars that you see in these videos are for sale on my website, www.woodsandbarclay.com. Enjoy the video. Okay, so today Kevin's at the shop. You guys have probably seen Kevin in some other videos. Kevin's one of the Mercedes techs that I work with. He comes to the shop every once in a while, and he's doing some adjustments on the engine and vacuum system. And while he's doing that, I'm going to address the seat nets. See, I have the seat out of the car because we were checking the condition of the padding under here, and this padding is excellent condition. So no need to do any of that or change any of that. But while we have it out of the car, we're going to first clean under the driver's seat. And then I want to remove this and retighten the seat back net. And you do that by just taking out one screw here. I just unscrewed it a little bit. And then this can actually just pull down. It's held up here in some little clips, and we're just going to pull it straight out. Wow, look how nice it looks in here, guys. That's beautiful condition. This little button right here, see that button? That's why there's an indentation on the back of your seat. You press that button and it lets you remove the headrest. So let's go ahead and fix this seat now. All right, so if you flip your seat, look how good that looks, guys. That's the original MB Tex. Look how bright blue that is. It looks so nice. But if you flip this over, you have two Phillips screws, right? And we can remove the seat net in order to repair it. So we take that one out. And we take this one out here. We'll set those aside. Now you see there's a series of hooks here. These go down, these go across. So we just push those up. You can then move your cover out of the way. And we have our net. Now this is very delicate, guys. You got to be careful with it, or you will crack it. All right, and what we want to do here, all we want to do is tighten this upper line. And the way to do that, first you want to pull it out of its clip right here. All right, there you go. Now on the end of it, it has a little like alligator clip. And we want to just slide that alligator clip down here and then reattach it. And see, it would now be tightened up. And the trick is to get this alligator clip undone. All right, guys, the way I do this, I just get a pick. I put it in the little alligator clip like that. And you just hammer it in there and it slowly opens it up. There we go. Put one right here. There we go. You can see how it's starting to open up those little alligator teeth. That's what I call them, at least. There we go. Now we can slide it down our elastic band. And we want to slide it down to about right there, and that's going to make our net tighten up nice. All right, I'm going to go a little farther. There we go. Now we can just reclamp that alligator clip here. There we go. Now once that's done, we're going to clip off the excess right here. There we go. And we'll put it right back in our, there's a little slot right here that this can fit in. There we go. All right, there we go. We got that back in the slot. Now we can install this back on the seat back. Now before I do that, I like to go ahead and clean the seat back, and you can just do that with some simple glass cleaner. We'll just spray a little glass cleaner under there. There we go. Glass cleaner, I think, has ammonia in it, so it cleans up things really well. So now let's just set our net back down here. All right, we're going to get the ones in the middle, and then we're going to slide it over, and the rest of those come through, and then we slide it down. Perfect. Now let's just go ahead and put back in. These are basically just little, they're almost like little sheet metal screws, but Mercedes used them to screw into the plastic backing. They just screw in right there. All right, that's it, guys. And that is back together. Doesn't that look so much better? There we go. Now we don't have a sagging seat net. So let's go put that back on the car, and I'll knock out the passenger side too. All right, before we put this seat back in, I like to go ahead and vacuum under the seat, under the floor mat. Let me pull this out. There we go. And then we'll wipe it down under here. Very nice floorboards. No, not even any corrosion or any rust or anything has started down here. But yeah, this allows me to wipe everything out and clean it a little before we put that seat back in, because that seat probably won't come out again. All right, let's go ahead and get the seat back in now. Okay, Kevin is over there reinstalling the seat and connecting it. And what we also noticed, here we go. This right here, this is under the dash on the driver's side. Let's see, there's your part number right there. But this is the key buzzer. It was originally manufactured by Hella for Mercedes. But this makes when you turn the key or leave the key in the ignition and open the door, you get the buzzing sound. And we noticed this one sounded bad. It wasn't a very crisp buzzing sound. It was like a kind of a soft, weak sound. So we removed that from the car and replaced it with an old stock replacement. And let me demonstrate now what our key buzzer sounds like. Okay, so what we can do to test it, we can turn the headlight switch on. There we go. See how nice that sounds? It's not rattly, it's a nice solid sound. And also, when we put the key in, there we go. It also activates, so that's correct. So it's all the little details that matter, you guys. And I need to put the panel back under here, but let's see if I can show you guys this. It is, Kevin, it's this one right here to the left, right?
Yeah, by the parking brake.
Yeah, by the parking brake, that's it. So Kevin replaced this module, and now that is correctly buzzing. All right, we've cleaned under the seat, and Kevin's just reattaching all of the hardware and the seatbelt bracket. And you can see our beautiful new net. I'm sorry, not new, but retightened net. So I'll need to also do that, that net on the passenger side. Now, we don't need to remove the seat to do that. Yeah, see, this one's also just, it's a little saggy, so I want to clean that up. But we can just remove that screw right there and pull off this entire panel. So you guys already saw me fix the one on the driver's side. Let me go ahead and fix this one, put it back in the car, and I'll show you the finished product. All right, guys, here we go. We have the passenger seat back net put back in. Looks beautiful. Have it retightened along, you saw me do the driver's side earlier. Okay, guys, we're doing some final tweaking, and we're making an adjustment to the transmission modulator. So you see there, Kevin's popping off a cap. He's going to remove that with a screwdriver. Now, this is a vacuum-controlled modulator that then in turn controls the hydraulic pressure in the transmission. And we want to make a slight adjustment because we want a softer first to second shift. Now you see that little T handle right there?
My hand's gonna block it. I gotta come in from this way.
All right. See that little T handle? Now Kevin
I just turned it
he turned it.
counterclockwise.
It was at 9 o'clock and we turned it counterclockwise to 7 o'clock. And then he's gonna push it back in. There we go, that's a perfect view there. All right, then we're gonna put the cap back on. And
the other thing to keep in mind with these original style modulators, this rubber cap, if it's dry rotted and cracked, you won't get a good vacuum seal with this diaphragm. That can also impact.
let's inspect that one.
This one appears to be soft. I don't see any cracks in it.
Oh no, that one looks great. Oh yeah,
So we'll
still
put that
pliable.
back on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good. And I have extra caps if we ever
Okay.
need to replace that.
Sure.
All right, so now he's just putting that cap back over there and it snaps right back on. So it's a very small adjustment and we're gonna lower it down. We're gonna go test our 1 to 2 shift and see if that smoothed it out a little bit. All right, we just got back from test driving. We have the transmission shifting exactly how we like it. We have it a little firm, but we don't have it too soft where it's flaring. If you make it too soft, it's gonna flare. And when those slip, that means they're gonna wear quicker. So we like to make it smooth, but somewhat firm, a little aggressive shift. That way it doesn't add any unnecessary wear on those clutch discs. Now what we want to do is we're going to tighten up the steering box a little bit. And let me show you that. So if we look at the steering wheel here, all right, see how we have a little bit of play in it? I would say it's about 2 inches. We're just going to tighten it up a little bit. I think Mercedes says you want about, what is it, 1 inch of play from left to right? It's about 1 inch, and let me show you where we do that. So right down here, okay, there's a lock nut here, and then an Allen right there. Let me zoom in. There we go. So this big one is a lock nut. We're going to undo that. Now to tighten the box, it's a little counterintuitive. You want to turn that Allen bolt counterclockwise, and that actually tightens the box. Clockwise loosens it. So what we're going to do, we'll mark with a paint pen where it currently is, and we're going to do a half turn. And that should tighten up our steering just a little bit. We don't want to go too much because then it'll be uncomfortable. All right, so let me show you how you make this adjustment. So first, you'll see Kevin has that's a crow's foot. Show them this. There you go. So that attaches at a 90-degree angle, and Kevin can put that down there around that lock nut. And that way we can undo that lock nut with a, there we go. We have a long extension. There we go. Now I can get down there and undo that. So he's going to loosen that, and then we're going to take a 6mm and counterclockwise the set screw. Okay, now we have another wrench. This is a 1/4 inch because this is going to go into our Allen. And so Kevin's going to take that down there.
I already have the socket on.
Yeah, the Allen's already in there. Okay, see how that is, guys? So let me zoom in for him here. There we go. See, the Allen is in the middle, and the crow's foot is on the lock nut. So he's going to undo the lock nut, and that'll probably take some force. And that does take some force, guys.
There we go.
There we go. Now that's loose. Now he's going to adjust that Allen. We're going to go, what'd you say, a half turn?
Yeah.
And we marked it with a white paint pen so we can see how much we're turning it.
And I'm flipping these in the opposite because these two need to fight each other. Otherwise, you're going to.
Yeah. Got to move the other one back to tighten while this one's loosened.
Okay. Let's go with that and see.
All right. So before he retightens the lock nut, I'm going to go check my steering wheel and see if I like the play. Okay, what you guys didn't see is I was sitting, let me take the key out. I was sitting in the car with it running. Kevin, actually, I really like that. I think that's within, I think that's within spec good right there. Yep. Because you basically want only an inch of movement there, and that's about where we're at. That's perfect. Okay, let me just show you the amount of turn that we did. So if we look here, there's our original white mark where it started. There's our set or our adjustment screw there. Now we actually went all the way around, and you can see it's just shy of lining back up with this. So that'd be like, 95% of a full turn. See that? We went all the way around, and then we stopped right there, and then we tightened back up the lock nut. So one full turn of adjustment, and we're happy with how that feels. All right, we're just back out here doing a little test drive to see how our adjustment of the steering box went. Our shifting is perfect.
It is nice.
See how much play you got in there?
I don't have any.
There's no play. We got it all out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fantastic. All right, mission accomplished. What we've been doing the last, I'd say, couple hours is making adjustments to the transmission shifting. We have it exactly where we want it. It feels great, like an 85 should. And we removed a little play in the steering wheel, tightened it up a little bit, and that's great. And it's not, the alignment is still good?
Yes, it's tracking
perfect.
straight.
Because if you over adjust it, guys, and you make it too tight, you're going to mess up your alignment, and your steering wheel will not correctly return back to center. And so you want to be careful. You don't want to over adjust these things. So anyway, we're going to head back to the shop. Okay, we are going back under the car. We're just doing our final little tweaks on some things. And if we look underneath here, let's see. I want to get here to the shifter bushing. There we go. So here's your shift rod that actually comes down up through the floorboard. And you see that? See how that's loose? And you can see the bushing around there is deteriorated. There it is right there. See how it's just falling apart? So we want to take that off and replace and put a brand new shifter bushing in. Otherwise, when you're driving, you'll get some rattling sound like that. It'll still shift, but we need to take off this clip here. So take that off. Let's see. There we go. There it is. So we just took off our clip, and now let me go up in the car and put it into, I'm going to put it in the first gear so to move this forward, and then I can pop that lever out of there. And there we go. There's our old shifter bushing. See how I'm just pushing it out of there? So let's go ahead and change that. Okay, here's the transmission. I got a light up here, and you can see there's also a front shift bushing. Now I've already removed that one. Now once I have the rear one off and the front one off, and I can take the shift rod out of here. All right, let me get it from the front side now. There we go. You can see it right up in there. Now we have that shift rod out of the way. There we go. There's our shift rod. So we'll just lay this right over here. There's our shift rod, and the bushing goes over here and here. But now what we want to do is I want to reinstall. There we go. We want to reinstall a bushing right there and a bushing right up there. So let me show you how I do that. Okay, this is such a common maintenance item that I keep a pack. Looks like I have 4 left. It takes 2 per car. And I'll show you these guys. There's the part number, 115-992-0310. It looks like it says or 36. Anyway, that is the gear shifter bushing. And we'll go ahead and get 2 of these out of here. And that's what they look like. See, it has a groove in the middle. And so you push it in and that groove clips in. Now, Uncle Kent out at Mercedes Source makes a great tool for this. So basically, our shifter bushing, we can slip it on like that. And then this tool allows you to go up there and squeeze it into place. It looks like you just took some long needle nose pliers and looks like you cut off a bolt and welded it there to the end and then welded a hoop here. And this tool works great and makes it much easier. Okay, I'm gonna attempt to record putting on the rear one for you guys. First, we're gonna put some silicone lubricant on here. That'll make it slip in there. Now the front one I'm not gonna be able to record because that one's more difficult to install. But we're gonna take this one. There you go, maybe you guys can see that. All right, there we go. See our bushing is there. All right, I don't know if it's gonna focus for you guys. There we go, the bushing is in there. I'm gonna squeeze. There we go. Let's get that bushing down in there. There we go, we just got that one. Well, I don't know if I recorded that good for you guys. It's really hard to record this. There we go. Get this tool out of here. There we go. See how I pushed that new bushing in there? Now, I got to go ahead and do the front one. Okay, there we go. You can see we have our new front shifter bushing right up there. Beautiful. And there's our beautiful rear shifter bushing, brand new. So let's lower the car now and feel how the shifter feels. Okay, I've got a rag here because my hands are filthy from that job. But once you change your shifter bushings, you should have a see how tight that is? See how it doesn't wiggle around? See how that is what new shifter bushings feel like. When they're worn out, this thing will be flopping around and be loose, and when you drive, it'll rattle like that. But now you can see how it just clicks right into place. So mission accomplished on the shifter bushings. Okay, I think that's it for this video. It's Friday night, and I have to go pretend I have a life other than working on old Mercedes. So I'm going to go ahead and head out, get some dinner. In the next video, we're going to do zinc plating in the engine compartment, and then we're going to do the test drive. So here's a sneak peek of what's coming next. There's all our beautiful new zinc plated parts, which are going to go on the engine. And we're going to remove these parts off of here. So stay tuned, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. Take care.